Hello everyone, welcome to our new series which is MCQs for UP APO. Let's begin with today's episode now. Question number 1. Which section of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 defines the term good faith? Option A, Section 2, Clause 7. Option B, Section 2, Clause 11. Option C, Section 2, Clause 24. And Option D, Section 2, Clause 30. The correct answer is option B. Section 2, Clause 11 of the BNS stands for good faith and states that nothing is said to be done or believed in good faith which is done or believed without due care and attention. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 2. Which of the following is not a requirement for claiming protection under Section 16 of the BNS 2023 regarding acts done pursuant to a court order? Option A. The act must be done while the order is in force. Option B. The act must be done in good faith. Option C. The order must be passed by a competent court. And option D. The person acting must verify the legal correctness of the order before executing it. The correct answer is option D. Section 16 of the BNS stands for act done pursuant to judgment or order of court and states that nothing which is done in pursuance of or which is warranted by the judgment or order of a court, if done whilst such judgment or order remains in force, is an offence. Notwithstanding, the court may have had no jurisdiction to pass such judgment or order, provided the person doing the act in good faith believes that the court had such jurisdiction. So the correct answer is option D. Question number 3. A, B and C decide amongst themselves to persuade D to steal jewelry from the house of M and they accordingly do so. D readily agrees and sets out towards M's house in order to steal jewelry. Option A, B and C are liable for conspiracy to commit theft. Option B, A, B, C and D are liable for criminal conspiracy. Option C, A, B and C are liable for criminal conspiracy, but D is not liable for any offense because his act only amounts to preparation. And option D, both A and C are correct. The correct answer is option B. Section 61 of the BNS stands for criminal conspiracy when two or more persons agree with the common object to do or cause to be done an illegal act or an act which is not illegally by illegal means. Such an agreement is designated a criminal conspiracy, provided that no agreement except an agreement to commit an offense shall amount to a criminal conspiracy unless some act besides the agreement is done by one or more parties to such agreement in pursuance thereof. The section explains that it is immaterial whether the illegal act is the ultimate object of such agreement or is merely incidental to that object. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 4. As per the provision of BSA 2023, test identification parade is option A, substantive evidence, option B, corroborative evidence, option C, hearsay evidence, and option D, no evidence. The correct answer is option B. The evidence obtained from a test identification parade is admissible under Section 7 of the BSA 2023, but it can only be used to corroborate the substantive evidence presented by witnesses in court regarding the identification of the accused. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 5. Choose the correct statement. First, in criminal proceedings, the fact that the accused has a bad character is relevant unless evidence has been given that he has a good character, in which case it becomes irrelevant. Second statement is, in civil cases, the fact that the character of any person is such as to affect the amount of damages which he ought to receive is irrelevant. Option A, both statements are correct. Option B, both statements are incorrect. Option C, only one is correct. And option D, only two is correct. The correct answer is option B. Section 49 of the BSA stands for previous bad character not relevant except in reply and states that in criminal proceedings, the fact that the accused has a bad character is irrelevant unless evidence has been given that he has a good character, in which case it becomes relevant. And Section 50 of the BSA stands for character as affecting damages and states in civil cases the fact that the character of any person is such as to affect the amount of damages which he ought to receive is relevant. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 6. Which of the following statements is correct regarding facts that do not require proof under the BSA 2023? Option A. Every fact must be proved by evidence even if admitted. Option B. Facts admitted by parties during hearing need not be proved. Option C. All documents must be proved regardless of parties' consent. And option D. Only facts recorded by police need not to be proved. The correct answer is option B. Section 53 of the BSA stands for facts admitted need not to be proved and states that no fact needs to be proved in any proceeding which the parties thereto or their agents agree to admit at the hearing or which before the hearing they agree to admit by any writing under their hands or which by any rule of pleading in force at the time they are deemed to have admitted by their pleadings. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 7. As per BNSS 2023, which of the following statements regarding the investigation process is/are correct? First, an investigation is carried out by a police officer. Second, a magistrate cannot intervene in the investigation process. Third, an investigation is considered a judicial proceeding. And fourth, an investigation is not considered a judicial proceeding. Code of options is option A, first and four, option B, first, second and four, option C, second and fourth, and option D, first, third and fourth. The correct answer is option A. Section 2 Clause L of the BNSS provides for investigation and includes all the proceedings under this Sanhita for the collection of evidence conducted by a police officer or by any person other than a magistrate who is authorized by a magistrate in this behalf. So the correct answer is option A. Question number 8. What does the term bond mean as per BNSS 2023? Option A. A written guarantee signed by a surety for the release of an accused. Option B. A personal bond or an undertaking for release without surety. Option C. A personal bond or an undertaking for release with surety. And option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Section 2 Clause E of the BNSS stands for bond and state that it means a personal bond or an undertaking for release without surety. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 9. Provisions to depute additional force in the neighborhood of railway and public other works is given under the Police Act. Option A, Section 10. Option B, Section 12. Option C, Section 13. And option D, Section 14. The correct answer is option D. Section 14 of the Police Act states that whenever any railway, canal or other public work or any manufacturing or commercial concern shall be carried on, be in operation in any part of the country, and it shall appear to the Inspector General that the employment of an additional police force in such place is rendered necessary by the behavior or reasonable apprehension of the behavior of the persons employed upon such work, manufactory or concern, it shall be lawful for the Inspector General, with the consent of the state government, to depute such additional force to such place and to employ the same so long as such necessity shall continue, and to make orders from time to time upon the person having the control or custody of the funds used in carrying on such work, manufactory or concern for the payment of the extra force so rendered necessary, and such person shall thereupon cause payment to be made accordingly. So the correct answer is option D. It's the time for practice question. According to BNSS 2023, who is responsible for appointing assistant public prosecutors for conducting prosecutions in the court of magistrates? Option A. The state government is responsible for appointing assistant public prosecutors in every district. Option B. The central government appoints assistant public prosecutors in every district. Option C. Both the state and the central government appoint assistant public prosecutors. And option D. Only the High Court is responsible for appointing assistant public prosecutors. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.